Hello and welcome back. And if it's your first time stopping in, welcome to the Gas Powered Bike page. First, I'd like to just thank everybody that has subscribed to our bike page. We really appreciate it, and we hope through all of our videos you've enjoyed watching a few of our rides, and our repair videos and how-to videos have hopefully helped you out with your problems and got you out riding, because that's what it's all about. That's what this page is all about, and that is to help people out with the best of our ability with your problem and to get everybody riding as they should be. Okay, today we're going to discuss the aluminum hub mount. Now on these, that is kind of buyer beware. We offer these on our website, ecotransgaspoweredbicycles.com, just like the YouTube page, just like our Facebook page. These are quality machined pieces. If you have a coaster brake, which means you pedal backwards to stop your bike, that is generally a coaster brake, and you will need the 1.5 inch size hub mount. If you have a freewheel bike, pedal backwards and it doesn't stop, but you have hand brakes, that's usually a freewheel rim or wheel, and you will need the 1.0 or the inch. This hole will be a lot smaller. They didn't need to make the hub that big because there were no brake parts in it, so that is why it's smaller. All right, one of the buyer bewares of looking at hub mounts, because I know you're asking yourself, why is that one special? I've seen hundreds of them on the internet, and that is a darn fine question. This particular one we use fits your standard sprocket, the one that comes in your kit. If I can get it picked up. Mounts right to it. So you do not have to buy a sprocket separately that fits that particular hub. Because all of these aluminum hubs, I say, are not the same. Some of them are machined just for their brand or style of hub. See, that one fits your standard hub. And you mount that on your wheel and you're good to go. Now what I mean about them not all fitting, put that there. Now this one is a different CNC matched to their brand of sprocket. So as you will notice, it has universal holes and then their holes, which are all their holes, or whatever I'm trying to say. But this particular does not match up with either of those holes. So if you purchase this hub, it will not fit this style of sprocket. And also vice versa. The aluminum mount that fits this sprocket will not fit this sprocket. So if you are a person who is just wanting to upgrade from your standard rag joint because you are having chain problems, generally if your chain pops off a lot and you're running one of these that come in your kit, generally that is your problem. Some people get them to work adequately, some can't. I don't care for them myself, so every bike that we sell new personally comes with an aluminum hub mount, just standard. That way the customer does not have any chain problems, because nothing worse than a handful of chain grease halfway home or halfway to work. Who wants to get a handful of chain grease? And the answer is nobody. Also, when you're purchasing these, some brands, if you want to refer to them as brands, they don't really have names on them. They expect you, I guess, on the fine internet, to know what you're buying, but some of them aren't machined real good in the center, no quality measurements on the machine work, and they'll make this hole too big, and you clamp it down on there, and it does not completely sandwich itself on there and keep it tight, then it slips on your hub. And when it slips on your hub, it spins the bolts that hold your sprocket. They're hitting the spokes. and before long, your wheel is junk and you're buying a new wheel. So that is another FYI of being careful on where you get your hub. The bonus of these are, other than your chain not falling off, which is not a bad thing, that is pretty much what we're going for, is you get more adjustment depending on what type of bike you're building. And what I mean by that is, I like to refer to as the rag joint only gives me 2 forms of adjustment, and when we're just talking about left to right adjustment from the tire to the frame. So you go through the process of mounting up all of these bolts, snugging all that up to the spokes in your wheel, and you notice it's too close to the tire. So you take all those bolts, go through all that, flip that around, because it is okay to flip that around. Some sprockets have a beveled set of teeth like this, where if you notice, this way sets the teeth out farther that way, or if you need a little clearance, you can flip it around and set the teeth in farther that way, depending on your need. But we'll just say for this case in point, I went through all that hassle, flipped that around. Now I'm too close to the tire with my chain. First I was too close to my frame with it flipped that way. Now I'm too close to my tire. So you're out of adjustment. With the bonus of an aluminum hub mount, hypothetically, I'm too close to my tire, so I take my bolts out, which is a little simpler with a hub mount, and now I am too close to my bike frame with my chain. That is my second form of adjustment. Or I can loosen my hub mount bolts and tap it to the right or to the left and find the middle happy sweet spot that gives me tire clearance for my chain and chain clearance for my frame. Tighten my 2 bolts back down and I'm off and riding. I didn't realize that so many people had so many problems because they get online and they see this hub mount and they all look the same to them. They go ahead and purchase that. You wait your 7 days for it to show up because it's supposed to fit your bike, and then it does not fit your standard sprocket. So then you either have to go send your hub back and get the correct hub, or you have to put in another order and buy the sprocket that fits your hub. There's nothing wrong with these style of sprockets. They're just a little costly. So if you're trying to keep your budget down and you would just like a hub mount to keep your sprocket turning straight, giving you a little more adjustment and not having any chain problems, throwing them off and breaking them when they ride because that rag joint lets it wobble a little bit. They're not perfect, much like these, or let it turn a lot more perfect. I have a video, if you scroll through, that compares and shows you firsthand the difference and the difference of them turning and the straightness of it all. But other than that, I just wanted to put a little video out there because I had gotten emails about people that had bought these from other websites or whatnot, and it either slipped on the wheel and damaged their wheel, or it didn't fit the sprocket at all, and they were just a little stressed out about that, and rightly so. All right, other than that, I would like to thank everybody once again for subscribing to the page. A thumbs up is greatly appreciated. Apparently that helps with the algorithm. We let our channel grow au natural, because I'm probably not going to be eating any Tide Pods or bouncing my head off the concrete surface to get more likes. Yeah, that part's not important to me in that. We're here to help people with gas-powered bikes, not to just entertain you with eating soap, I guess. Hopefully you've scrolled through and caught our parking garage ride video. Why did we do it? Yeah, just because they were there. Same thing with the bridge. If you haven't seen that one, scroll over and check that one out. That bridge one was pretty cool. We were up in the treetops on the bridge because it's 200 plus feet above the Sangamon River. All right, well, hopefully this gave you a little food for thought. Maybe gave you the information you needed to purchase the correct hub mount so you don't get disappointed when the other one doesn't fit, or the sprocket doesn't fit, or the sprocket fits but the hub spins, or whatever your problem may or may not have been. All right, take care of yourselves. Check out our next video. Like and subscribe if you haven't, and if you're new, like I said, we appreciate it. Just trying to get the word out. And hope everybody has a good day or evening whenever you're watching this.